Thanks for pressing play again. Today we'll explore spinal movements through the lens of mobility and also mixed and integrated with some vinyasa. Before we begin, let's get clear about what the spine does. There are 4 main movement patterns to the spine. One of them is extension. It's kind of like when you take your spine into cow. It's a back bend. The other one is flexion, being able to round the back, like you do when you're in cat pose. Another is side bending, being able to bend one way and then the other. So one side of the body gets short while the other side of the body gets long. And then the last movement of the spine is rotation, the ability to twist it. So throughout this practice, we'll look at postures and movements that go through all of those varying ways that the spine moves. To begin, come to child's pose. Open the knees wide and sit the hips back to the heels. Extend the arms in a forward direction. Let your forehead release. While you're here in child's pose, begin to breathe with more awareness. As you're breathing into all parts of the torso, so not just the front of it, also the sides of it, and the back of it. When you inhale, feeling like a 3 or 5 dimensional expansion outward. When you breathe out, feeling that 3 or 5D contraction inward. Breathe in such a way that you can feel subtle movements in the spine, or like the breath can touch the bones of the spine. Now that you've stoked the breath, take the spine into a side bend, lift the head up, walk the arms over to the right, side bending off to the right side, let the head come down. Left side body is long, right side body gets short. Breathe here. Then press palms, lift up, come through the middle of the mat and go over to the left, laying the head again to rest. Right side body long, left side body short. Pressing down into the shins and the hands, coming all the way back to the center. Lift your hips up so you can bring your legs a little bit closer. Sit your hips back onto your heels so that you're locking your lower back into a position where it won't be able to move all that much while we focus on flexing and extending the middle back and the neck. Start with what feels like neutral. When you inhale, a feeling of hands dragging back, chest and upper back reach forward, chin reaches forward. Now when you exhale, push the ground out of the way, pull the chest away from the wrists, round the upper back, and bring the chin down to the chest. Inhaling, hands drag back to aid in the back of the heart moving forward and the chin lifting. Exhale, push the ground away, pull the chest away from the armpits and the wrists, rounding the upper back and chin down. Do one more. Inhale, extending the upper spine and the neck. Exhale, rounding the upper spine and bringing the chin to the chest. Go back to a relaxed place and then come up to your hands and your knees. Hands and the knees, spine articulation. Letting the low back move now. When you inhale, sitting bones go up, belly moves down, chest pulls forward, and chin rises. When you exhale, scoop the tailbone underneath you like a hook. Pull the belly up, pull the chest up, and bring the chin down. Inhaling, sitting bones lift, belly down, chest forward, chin up. Exhaling, tailbone down, belly up, chest up, chin down. One more. Inhale, sitting bones lift, belly moves down, rib cage moves forward, and chin goes up. Exhale, tailbone under, belly up, rib cage up, and chin down. Coming back to a neutral spine. From here, take yourself up and back to down dog. Step the knees back, move the hips back. Allow the spine to hang and elongate. The thigh bones press back. From all that lengthened spine, come back down to the hands and the knees. And sit your hips back again onto your heels. Walk your knees in closer. Forearms on the ground, right forearm in, left hand to the hip or sacrum. Rotation of the spine. Inhale, opening chest, turning head. Exhale, closing chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, open rotation, lengthening. Exhale, closing. One more time, opening with the breath in, head turning last. As you exhale, unwinding and releasing head to floor, or eyes to floor. Switch sides, opposite forearm in, opposite hand to hip or sacrum. As you inhale, think of turning from the lungs all the way up to the crown of the head. As you exhale, think of coming back to the exact place you began. Breathing in, spinning open. Breathing out, closing the form. Last one, inhaling and exhaling. Extend the arms forward. Lift your hips up enough to tuck the toes under and go back into your downward facing dog. From down dog, walk up, bring the feet to the hands. Bend your knees, grab opposite elbows, ragdoll hang. Add a little translation to the right by bending the right knee, tracking that way. Translation to the left, bend the left knee, track that way. Side to side movement. Then come back to the middle. Let the arms go and let the head go. Keep the knees bent. Hook the tailbone underneath you towards your pubic bone and slowly roll the spine up to standing. Lower spine first, mid spine second, and head last. Find your way into mountain pose. Before we begin, take any props that you may have and put them off to the side so that they won't get in the way of your practice. Mountain pose. Think of having a long spine that's neutral, that's not back bending, that's not flexing, that's not side bending, and that's not twisting. Palms face forward, shoulders in the side plane. Exhale completely. Inhale, reach the arms up and lift the chin. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale and extend the back into a long spine position, chin forward slightly. Exhale, step back. Lower the knees to the floor. Inhale, move to cow pose. Exhale, move to cat pose. Stay in cat. Inhale, lift the knees a few inches. Exhale, glide the hips back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees, feel the rounding that'll happen in the back, and inhale, step, step, feet to hands, then extend the spine. As you exhale and fold, the spine will flex or round. Inhale, reach up. Can you find neutral, vertical, lift? Exhale and release the arms. Again, inhale, the arms, they lift, the chin goes up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, stepping back. Place the knees down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, knees hover. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing here. One more full breath. Then prepare to come forward by inhaling. Exhale, knees bend, eyes glance. Inhale, step or jump. Keep inhaling, half lifting, lengthening, extending. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale and release. One more. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, folding. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step back, plant the knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhaling, knees lifted. Exhale, hips back, downward dog. One more full cycle of breath. Full breath all the way in. Exhale, crouch look. Inhale, go. Lengthen and extend. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach all the way to the top. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Now, take your feet as wide as your outer hips are. Bend the knees a little. Put the hands right against the knees or the lower thigh bones. When you breathe in, can you draw the armpits back, stick the buttocks out? When you breathe out, push forward against the thighs, round your back, and scoop the tail underneath you. Kind of like standing cow-cat. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale and flex it. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Find your way to what feels like neutral. So you're not in the cow, you're not in the cat. Push the feet, come all the way up to stand. Bring your legs together so the sides of the big toes touch and the heels are apart. Bend the knees. Reach the arms, take chair pose. Palms can be together or arms at shoulders distance. Full breath all the way in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back. Keep exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, or maybe now up dog. Exhale, hips move back into downward facing dog pose. Breathe here. I'll twist to the right, latch the left arm outside of the right thigh. Hands come together. The head turns. If you'd like to add to this, hips draw towards each other, back knee lifts off the floor. Then releasing, unwinding, touch ground. Pivot yourself to the left. So you're in wide-legged forward folding stance. Walk your arms forward, let the head hang, kind of like you're in a very wide leg down dog. Just like we did in child's pose with the side bending, can you walk your arms over to the right? Let the head hang down. Draw the left hip away from the left wrist. Then walk your way back to center, keeping that elongation of the spine.